Live. Hi, guys. Hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizing Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners. Hold on a second. I don't know why that popped up. Business owners dramatically increase their profits with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. Wow. It's tax season. My mind is in 16 different places. Anyways, hi, I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep it from the IRS. I do this with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning system that has saved my clients well over $7 million in the last 6 years. I didn't even bother keeping track. We did so many. Look, it's all legal. Like I say every week, love my clients, but don't want to share jail cell with them. And today's video, we're going to talk about KPIs that you should be watching to make sure you keep your profit margins high. But before that, support for today's show is brought to you by Profit Maximizing Publishing, which, wow, I'm having trouble here, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find chapter after chapter and idea after idea about how you can turn around your business, reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money can definitely learn how to make more. Sometimes I do better when I'm just talking because try to read, my brain is going in 16,000 directions. Look, anybody who's followed my work and listened to the videos or got the book or whatever know I'm a strong believer in controlling and managing the biggest part of your expenses. And it's going to be two things, and they're closely tied together. It's going to be your cost of the material you sell and your labor. If you're in a service business, it's your labor. All right. Those are your two biggest things. As a matter of fact, in the book, probably one of the most important parts of it is an appendix in the back. If you get it, appendix 6, which recreates one of my coaching checklist, 55 ways to increase profit margins. I would sit down with somebody and I'd be going through this. And if I could find 2, 3, 4 items, and sometimes just one, and increase your profit margins, that would be huge effect on the bottom line because those are your biggest items. Everybody spends more time trying to cut a few bucks off their telephone bill than they do trying to increase their profits. Problem. Nobody does. Everybody's waiting for their accountant to give them a financial statement for the current month or year. All right. And truthfully, if you're going to try to keep your profits higher and you're going to work on that, that's just not an option to wait. You need to have an earlier warning signal, because you need to see that your gross profits are going up or down. When we do the financial statements, when we do the tax return or the financial statement for our clients, I have a program that kicks out a comparison to industry and a performance review for, comparing the current period versus prior periods. And it's kind of sad when I'm seeing trends that they didn't see. See, things happen in business. Your customers may have shifted their buying patterns, switched to buying products with lower profit margins. Your suppliers have increased prices. Your sales staff may hit their sales bonus goals by increasing discounts, seen that. But no matter the reason, you have to discover the change as fast as possible in order to protect your profit margins. Smart business owners, the ones that are truly successful, do this by getting daily or at least weekly KPI reports. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, something in your business that helps you, that you can look at and say things are getting better. Okay, now these are quick snapshots. That's important. Snapshots of a reasonably easy to measure item that accurately indicates the status of an important part of your business operations. And in truth, you're going to want to put it on a time. So down at the bottom, it has the time, January 2021, 2022, 2023, by week, by month, whatever. The smaller the time period, the better. And so you can kind of see trends. We're visual people. We don't always like numbers, but if we see a line and our profit margins are going down a little bit, that'll get your attention more than anything. All right. A KPI is designed, remember its purpose, is designed to be an early warning signal of changes to gross margins, the ones I'm talking about here. So first, you have to decide what these benchmarks are. There's some common ones out there. Product mix percentages by major category. If you're selling more than one category, is it suddenly changing? If one was 40% and now it's 30%, what's going on? Sometimes the other way around. I mean, I tried to sell QuickBooks uh, teaching, coaching back in the mid 90s, and nobody wanted to buy it. But as I was tracking, like early 2000s, all of a sudden there was a big demand for it. So that's another way to catch what's going on. Gross margins by major categories and by top selling products. Average price of your top selling products using the 80-20 rule, narrow it down. Average cost of those same major products purchased so that you can see what's going on. Average discounts for major products sold. What's the discounts that your sales staff or you are giving? Keep track of that. You should know. Total labor hours to produce and or deliver major products. So labor hours, especially if you're in service, you should have a good idea of this. Percentage of return products by major product categories. This is a big one for quality control. How much stuff is coming back? All right. Percentage of customer mistakes by product categories. Customer mistakes. The customer's not making the mistakes. Mistakes we've made on the customers. Keep track of hot tickets. I've discussed this in the past. When somebody calls in and you have to fix something, write out a ticket. I've put a design together where you put out exactly what the problem was, who took responsibility for making sure it got fixed, and then a copy of that goes to the manager who sees, wow, this same problem keeps popping up. We need to fix it. We need to figure out why it's happening. There's plenty of others that you could get. These are just some of them. And if you do a Google search for, key performance indicators for gross profits or something like that, or just, take a look at what's out there. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. Look, once you've determined what your KPIs are, you should track them, obviously. The next step is to get your accounting program and your accounting department to provide you with only the numbers you need in as simple and as condensed form as possible. Look, every business owner I've ever worked with, including myself, we all have, we're ADHD, whatever the heck the terminology is. And really, we don't. It's just we got so many things to do and so many hats to wear that if it's going to take too long, we're going to put it off for later till we have time. It needs to be something that I can glance at in a heartbeat, maybe 5 minutes at most, and see it. All right. You don't need to be an accountant for this, but you must know how to use the numbers and where they came from. You have to make sure they make sense. The technical part of getting the numbers to you can be left to the accountants. This is so important. It is well worth hiring an accountant, CPA, I would recommend, that has experience designing KPIs and asking you for what you need. Look, remember, the goal is to notice trends that are reducing your margins early, not waiting. And then, of course, not just noticing them, but acting to correct the problem before you had a bad quarter or a bad year. Okay. Everybody that I talk to in business, one of the problems is they're always concentrating on sales increase, sales increase, sales increase. It doesn't do me any good to increase sales if I'm making less on each sale. All right. I want to first fix my profit margins, then go out and sell more. That's always the order I try to do. Now, we should, as business owners, be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. So why not do both at the same time? Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much. Have a great one. And